Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far, and welcome to today's Next Fest Games Quest stream, where we're going to be playing some Kaiserpunk as chosen by our community over on Discord, as we continue to have a bit of a playthrough some of the demos and a bit of a change to our normal Monday schedule. So, yep, this is the first time I've played this. This is coming from Overseer Games. I'm going to be changing some of the settings so the music is not quite so loud. Let's get that. There we go. And that's better. So from Overseer Games, published by them as well. It's over on Steam. The Kaiserpunk demo is available to play at the moment during the Next Fest event, which I think ends at 6 p.m. BST today. But the description over here is Build and Conquer in Kaiserpunk, the ultimate city builder and grand strategy combo set in an alternative 20th century world. Engage in epic battles on land, sea and air, or use your economic power to emerge as the ultimate victor. Hey Russ, lovely to have you here. Please suffer through a few words from the lead game designer of Kaiserpunk. Thank you kindly for downloading and trying out the demo. We're a team of 10 dedicated game devs that showcasing this early build to you, ladies and gents, so together we can start to create a really unique and ambitious game for everyone's enjoyment once fully completed. We've been working tirelessly for the last 2 years to make the framework and the infamous gameplay loop on both the local and global scale to play seamlessly, to have all the planning and strategic components, but above all else, to still maintain an element of fun. After all, it is a game. Kaiserpunk isn't done yet, so please bear in mind that this is an early demo. You may encounter various bugs and balancing issues, some of which are indeed bugs, some of which are simply due to work in progress. Some features are locked since they're waiting to be fused into a much bigger game mechanic, diplomacy for example. Some of you may find lacking in scope and impact. An example of that last one is what we call stories. For stories to reach their full potential and consequence, it can take several or maybe even many in-game months or years. All of us here at Overseer are really thankful for each and every play session that you do, for every comment here on our socials, every bug report, every suggestion. It will only make Kaiserpunk better. And of course, Overseer are really thankful if you like the game, conversation, suggestions, wish lists and follows are what keeps us working even harder. We hope you enjoy Kaiserpunk for what it is at the moment. There we go. So, hey Rustlers, right, I suppose let's give it a go. Random map or predefined map, do you think? I suppose predefined is more likely to have a better chance of being balanced, since we know nothing. Tutorial. Welcome to Ocean View Bay, a coastal map with scattered village ruins and an abandoned battlefield. Nature reclaims the remnants of once vibrant settlements, offering a haunting blend of history and beauty. Start this map to learn the ropes of Kaiserpunk through a guided tutorial. Hey, drop something. Choose your heritage. Pioneer spirit for faster salvage and repairs, sacred councils, faster army deployment, a diplomatic hub, faster alliance formation with other nations, manifest destiny, stronger influence on the instability of neighboring regions, wildlife conservancy, increased resource depot deposits, resource deposit pools, cultural renaissance, increased immigration, merchant guilds, increased free trades and trading volume, scientific renaissance, faster development, industrial powerhouse, faster construction and repair of region upgrades, nautical mastery for faster fleet movement, martial discipline for bonus infantry attack, harmony for wow, they've really gone to town on the backgrounds here. Wow, there are loads. Jungle warfare, Andean Heights, maritime silk route, terrace farming, guardians of the Amazon, nomads, staunch discipline, sustainable agriculture, crossroads of civilization, faster improvements of diplomatic stance. Well, maybe we go with faster salvage and repair. None of them have ginger hair and a man bun. Hi, this is... Nope, terrible game. Old man picture, obviously. Absolutely, lads. Don't worry, I've got you. I'm just going to take whatever his defaults are at this point.
In the early 20th century, the world was consumed by the flames of an unending conflict. The Great War, which was expected to draw to a close, instead spiraled into an abyss of perpetual warfare. The hopes for peace and restoration shattered as the envoys of the Versailles Peace Treaty were brutally assassinated, plunging the world into further chaos. As the years rolled on, the global stage transformed into a battleground where nations fought relentlessly, their war machines fueled by unquenchable thirst for power and dominance. Monarchies and empires, once pillars of strength, crumbled under the weight of constant warfare and the shifting tides of history. A battalion of battle-weary soldiers, having deserted the relentless conflict, returned to their once familiar land, only to discover a haunting sight, a desolate wasteland of ruins. Amidst the crumbling remains of a nation, they encounter the lingering echoes of war, grappling with the ghosts of their past and the harsh realities of a world forever changed. Undeterred, they rally together, fueled by a resilient spirit to rebuild not just their lives, but also their shattered nation.
Right, there's the background. For some reason, it makes me think of this. Well, that's now more shattered than it was before. Every journey starts with a single step. It's not much, but it's a start. The battalion has expelled the violent brigands from the local church and established a headquarters there. Can't work on this yet. Okay. Welcome to the world of Kaiserpunk. It's a rather bleak world, at least in the beginning. But we're certain you'll turn it around, especially with the help of diligent citizens of your city-state. Now you've taken over the local church and set it up as your base of operations. Let's take a few minutes to become familiar with the interface and your surroundings. It's difficult to do something with nothing, but we can use the ruins to our advantage. We send our boys to clear the rubble, we'll salvage some resources and make some room while we're at it. 2 birds, 1 stone. I suggest we start with town square. There's WASD to move the camera around, or press and hold the right mouse button. QE to rotate the camera, or press and hold the middle mouse button. Zoom for the mouse wheel. And left click to interact. Okay. So you'll encounter many reminders of the devastation, and most of these can be salvaged for useful resources and or other rewards, or even repaired. Once repaired, you'll be able to move them around like any other building. within several weeks, almost half of the ruined village was cleared, yielding a trove of valuable resources and land cleared of obstacles for further construction. Meanwhile, battalion members will take on the task of scouting the area and vigilance against would-be enemies to ensure the safety of the fledgling community. So we've got plywood, bricks, wood, vegetables, and bread. Job's done. Some civilians who are hiding in the ruins joined us too. We should consider providing some housing or our people start falling ill. 2 small blocks could kick things off in the right direction. Constructing buildings. Constructing buildings are the main way to expand your capital, increase production of resources, and in general become a stronger power in the world of Kaiserpunk. The default view shows building categories at the bottom of the screen. Choose a category and then a specific building in that category, and then simply place the building where you wish. Check for any additional controls at the top of the screen. Okay, so there's housing buildings. We've got available to us labourer house, lawn, an assortment of trees to use as decoration, and something else, which I think the tooltip is probably over here somewhere. Development threshold reach. You've made significant progress at development project and have unlocked new possibilities. So we've unlocked the cotton field and cotton as a resource, and upgrades to storage on the farm, mechanized farming, and irrigation. Right. With a sigh of relief and joy, members of the battalion and some of the local civilians who joined you welcome the completion of the first houses. Many more will be needed sooner rather than later, but it's a welcome sight nonetheless.
Martinez_Rodriguez just subscribed. Good afternoon, but in subbed.
Good afternoon, Martinez Rodriguez. If you're not already following Martinez, you definitely should do a twitch.tv/Martinez_Rodriguez. The link is in the chat. The first houses have been built. They're not the best, but they'll do. At least they're dry and warm, which can't be said for the pathways. The smart choice is to clear out some roads. Nothing fancy. A simple clear dirt road will do for now. At least it will prevent some injuries. All buildings in the capital must be linked at least to the town centre, while some, like production buildings, have additional prerequisites to function properly. Buildings can have multiple entrances and they're all clearly marked. Only a single entrance must be connected to the wider road network. You can find road under the transportation category. Okay. We've got dirt road and depot, so... Connect all. Your capital may be emerging from war and destruction, but that's no excuse for chaos. A good road network connecting every nook and cranny will ensure the township evolves properly and in order. And now you have your first pioneers living in your capital. It's time for the battalion to step down. From now on, salvage or repairs will have to be handled by your citizens. So hell of a start, we won't be able to feed everyone by scavenging for mouldy bread and rotten vegetables. We're barely scraping by for food, and more refugees appear every day. We'll have to start producing some food or our small community won't last long. The good side is most of the battalion is from the countryside. They're no strangers to farming, and a simple vegetable farm will suffice for starters. Basic production. The basic form of production is employed by buildings that require no input resources. These are your farms, mines, and similar buildings. Each production cycle, which lasts for 12 in-game hours, the building will produce a specific quantity of the product they manufacture. So we'll go into here and build ourselves a vegetable farm. Oh, that's quite some size. That is indeed what she said. Right, there we go. A very humble beginning. The humble vegetable farm will become the cornerstone of the future of your entire nation. Providing your people with the most basic of needs is a good start, but you're not there yet. The goods need not only be produced, they must also flow. It's time to set up the lifeblood of your up-and-coming capital. So building's not working properly, I'm guessing because we don't have a depot. Production of the vegetable farm is underway. We should consider what to do with the produce. Just leaving it on the farm isn't a real option. The smarter approach would be to build a depot and let it take care of the goods. All goods are produced in your capital must be transported between buildings. Usually this means the goods are transported to and from depots, which is why all production buildings require a direct road link to a nearby depot. Depots are automatically dispatched transports to handle transport tasks. So there's our depot. Let's develop threshold reach. You've made significant progress, and we've unlocked manufacturer house, lamps, and benches. Okay. So rotating buildings is R. Let's... I'm taking the farthest frontier approach here and making sure my building is next to my headquarters. I'm going to need some dirt roads to connect all those things together. Start the transport. The depot, more than likely the first of many, is dispatches transporters. With good organisation, a touch of like it, this is just the start of a future bustling economy, brimming with goods being carried back and forth. Okay. Governor, what we've accomplished here in a mere weeks is astonishing, but if this township is to grow strong, we'll need more manpower. A larger workforce to handle all the production needed. Our scouts reported finding more locals hiding among the ruins, but they won't join us if they have no place to stay. The best way to entice them to join us is provide more housing. Workforce and immigration. Almost everything in your capital requires workers to function properly, and on top of that, you need recruits to train army units. Both workers and recruits come from the same pool. Immigration is the main way to get more people in your capital. Immigrants arrive from the outside, meaning other regions of the world, although the initial interest already exists within your capital region. The higher the immigration interest, the quicker the immigration pool will rise, which only helps you to achieve your goals. Additional people can be found by exploring the local ruins and resolving stories. To settle immigrants in your capital, simply place appropriate housing for them class-wise. Okay. And we've unlocked flour mills and bakeries. And an oversight office. Right. So we need some labourer houses. These guys need to connect to the road as well. More room. With small village beginning to take shape, your scouts are reporting UI is shifting your direction. Locals hiding from brigands are starting to notice your progress. You cannot be sure if they're to be trusted, but you also cannot afford to be picky. So we've got 30 labourers and 10 manufacturers. What I'm going to do is just finish building a basic road network before we're given our next set of tasks. Not all of it, but a bit of intent. Salvaging for materials can only get us so far. We cannot rely on scavenge parties to stumble on construction materials. We must produce these on our own. I suggest setting up a production of plywood. One of the most basic production chains is the production of plywood. Wood produced by foresters is taken to a lumberyard where it's processed into plywood. If you place these two buildings close to each other, small trucks will transport the resource directly. It was a great way to optimize goods transportation in your city. So I'm just looking to see if there's an ideal place for plywood. There's water there, iron there, coal, copper, zinc. Well, what I'm thinking... Oh, it comes with its own trees. Okay, so it's like its own managed forest there. There we go. Self-sustain. Self-sustained production of plywood. I think we've got that up and running. So that should be set up now so that once the resource comes from here for 12 hours, that will start working. Yeah, it just doesn't have any wood at the moment. Getting reports of some less than flattering words directed at you, Governor. It seems the citizens aren't pleased with their end of the bargain. It's somewhat understandable since we're basically asked to live off vegetables alone and not much else. We might look into producing at least some wheat to supplement their meals. The morale of your citizens depends on a number of factors. Fulfillment of the basic needs is just one. Each morale category carries its own significance, but failing to meet the needs is the only one that can lead to your citizens leaving your capital. So we need to set up bread production. The bakery coming back in towards town, maybe? The labourers seem pleased you've heard and responded, which is of course great. They have my doubts will have similar luck with other groups on my wander into our little town. A stable production of bread and perhaps the simplest yet so essential a resource will help in the short term. But these are just the basics. Before long, your citizens will require and request more. Oh, that's cool. You can see the wee transport trucks going back and forth. Okay. Hey, 2 for 2. Fatherland. How are you today? Reminds me, I haven't played Holdfast for a little while. Lookouts are reporting large groups on the way here, probably buddies of the previous inhabitants. Orders: 1. Send someone to negotiate, but keep an armed detail on the ready if things go sideways. I don't care if they're mothers. Send whoever we still have armed to cut them off. I'm not letting that scum back in here. We'll send a negotiator.
It's time for you guys to step down. No, you still got time. That is totally unacceptable. You don't want to start. Enough of this. Lads, gun them down.
Those works are dedicated, right? Didn't even flinch, Russ, as they carried on about their day. Just more war, I suppose. The bridge is down. With a violent clash followed by the downing of the river bridge, the brigands have shown their intentions. They're less than pleased with you taking over a territory they deemed theirs and will stop at nothing to take it back. Your staunch resolve stopped them for now, but you can surely expect their attacks to continue until you've flushed out the last of them to reach it completely. We lost 10 men in that. They've retreated for now at least, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time before they try again. Our guys can't follow them because of the bridge, which gives that scum more time to recover. Whatever may be, without some proper security, we're sitting ducks. We've got to get a military base up and running and start training some militia. Right, check out the nearby ruined factory. That's a damaged depot. The main way to get more work is immigration, but there are ways to get out of a tight spot, so here are a few tips. Temporarily pause production on public services and buildings that use the same class in the building info panel. Boost morale to increase immigration of a class, or build propaganda bureaus in a region. Well, let's hope that there are still those that want to join our settlement out there. Okay. We could pause the buildings to release some workers. I'm not sure which ones we want to pause, though. They're not going to be happy if we pause the... How are we doing for plywood? We've got a fair amount. So pause operations at the foresters. Damaged labourer's house. Ruins. Damaged labourer's house. Damaged depot. Require manufacturers. Didn't I see when we were building a factory over here? Here we go. As you well know, Governor, training and keeping a standing army takes a lot of resources. Thankfully, I might have a solution. There's a factory in the region. It's in ruins, but I'm certain we can find a lot of what we need there. Sounds good, but I'm guessing that such a treasure trove isn't just lying there unguarded. Pause them all, give them guns, send them in. We're giving them all guns? That seems expensive, Sponge. The battalion cautiously navigates the hazardous terrain of a ruined factory, unearthing machinery and tools that once fueled productivity. A chance encounter reveals a group of skilled workers, survivors who have adapted to the grim surroundings. We either tell them time's up, we're taking over, they better leave while they still can, or we could use skilled manufacturers if they're willing to join us. Spoons then. Come on, it's only a war zone, there's no need for spoons. Your worthy scout teams have relocated, your worthy scout teams are located and your diligent citizens have salvaged essential resources with which to equip your army units. It may not seem much, but it's a start. This makes it possible to train new battalion units. Anything more will require setting up our own production. That takes time, which is currently not in ample supply. But make no mistake, it will be necessary. So we've got 200 handguns, 400 ammunition, 150 food rations, and 10 manufacturers joined us as well. So there's a damaged factory there and a damaged warehouse. Ruins, an old parking lot. Ruins, ruins, ruins. Right, if this is going to be ours, we probably need to connect it to... Is that the closest I can get it? Wow. Pro gamer. Okay. As expected, the factory storage was full. Resource-wise, we're covered for a little while. It's not sustainable in the long run, but we can train and arm at least a basic army. But what are we waiting for? To create an army, simply build a new military base. A commanding officer, the army's general, is automatically assigned, and the army is formed. Though initially the army won't have any units, it's up to you to train individual army units and that an army consists of. All of this is primarily done through the military base info panel. So maybe a little bit away from our civilian area, do you think, chat? Maybe down here somewhere? Battalion volunteers. Brave volunteers from your disbanded battalion have come forward to form a new militia unit to serve in your first army. They know what's at stake. They know there's not nearly enough, but training more units demands weapons, resources, and recruits, all of which are a scarce commodity. As motivated as they are, a single unit won't stand a chance in any real combat. Training additional units is a must, and our world map's now available. So we can train militia or field guns. Right. Got another couple of units being trained. Old parking lot can start being salvaged. So I'm building more manufacturers' houses and labourers' houses. We need both. There we go. Right, so labourers operate the lowest tier of buildings. They do menial labour, farm work, and require tier 1 housing. Manufacturers fill the various factory jobs, will likely be the largest social group in the city. Manufacturers require tier 2 housing. We've made significant progress in development and have unlocked new possibilities. So water pump and water tower. So I'm guessing we'll have a thing for that in just a second. But I want to see if we can salvage. Repair the damaged factory. I just want to make sure I've got a few pop before we do our next thing. Okay. When you select a military base, you have a complete overview of the army, calling that base their HQ. If there are any empty unit slots, up to 8 units can be created in an army. You can queue up the training of these units. Train 3 additional militia units. Okay. Maybe an additional depot. Which we'll need plywood for. Okay, but we paused plywood production. Okay. You don't even have enough plywood for a lumber field, additional lumber bill. But we are restoring the factory, so need a new depot. So is this game an alternative timeline? Yes. What year is it? Is the US in Civil War? Is the Kaiser his glorious mustache okay? Well, as much information as I have is... It's an alternative 20th century world. That's kind of it. No specific year. And pretty much everyone is, all the nations are gone. They're down to city-states. You've made a significant progress in development branch and unlocked new possibilities. So we've unlocked an advert pillar and a tree. Right, I'm just waiting for them to get to 40 plywood at the moment, and then we'll be able to set up our depot. Come on. There you go. That's our plywood there. Well, this building is definitely working properly. Thank you. And that now means that we've got our units being recruited. So I've recruited a field gun and 2 additional militia. See, it will let me recruit an additional field gun and militia. We'll see how that goes. And then as we go forwards, I also want to, before I do the next mission bit, get another depot set up over here. And the roads are connected. I think it's just too distant from the depot. We've unlocked a vehicle factory. Let's wait for the number to go up. Yeah, there was loads of interesting games this next fest, Russ. We've only got till 4 to play them, so try and see if we can get a couple done. Right, that's the depot. I just need to make sure that is connected. There we go. Yeah, well, although we've not been told about it yet, let's set up. And some power, maybe. I don't think we're meant to have this yet. We may have bought something. Right, are the additional militia units training? They are indeed. We'll salvage the scrap heaps. I quite like this, like having a full supply chain city builder in a more modern era is really interesting. Am I going to have to stop it from... Oh no, it is unit training. It's taking time. I love the detail. Oh, and Track says, hey Funker, thank you for keeping introducing new City Builder sim games. Yeah, I thought we'd try and do a few, because there seems to be quite a lot that are coming out, and it's, yeah, it's going to be different different games interest different people, but it's quite nice to find some interesting stuff. While we're waiting, let's get those two buildings salvaging as well. Why would we demolish trenches? Definitely not. We got the salvaging of the warehouse underway as well. Printing press and a brewery in the morale buildings. Just while we're waiting for the training to take place. I wonder why it's taking so long. Ah, maybe we're lacking the field guns. What if I remove that from the queue? Because we do have the handguns. There we go. We've got a labourer high-rise, high-density housing for labourers, clocks and kiosks. There we go. We were missing the field gun, so we're trying to build a unit that we actually didn't have the resource build. Wow. There's a bit of a difference between our richest and poorest. Not the rich, but... There you go. Plywood's going well, though. I just want to make sure that was being set up. Can't work on those ruins yet. We have plenty of spare pulp at the moment. We've unlocked brickworks and clay pit, which gives us clay and bricks. Oh, our army's ready. Before you can utilize an army, you have to deploy it first. You can do this by selecting the army on the world map, or you do it from the military base panel. Click on deploy, choose an eligible region. Deployment takes time. The farther away from your capital, the longer it takes. Well, let's go and open the world map. So, your first army is leaving their military base and embarking on whatever task you want them on. It'll take some time for the army to fully deploy, but after that they'll be ready for your orders. We can count ourselves lucky this time. It could have ended much worse. Thankfully, the depot guys apparently fires out quickly. We shouldn't rely on amateurs for that. Affirmative. As the town grows, we must start looking after all the public services that people expect. Public safety is the most fundamental element of public services in Kaiserpunk. It deals with crime, natural and man-made disasters, as well as widespread medical emergencies. Fire should be your primary concerns. This can erupt at any time. Usually a single fire will be the least of your worries, as such small-scale problems have a rude tendency to escalate into stories of their own. Governor, our army has finished deploying and awaiting further orders. If I may suggest, we should march them into the neighbouring regions. They're bound to find an airbase those scum are using to attack us. You can access the world map in several ways. Clicking the world map at the bottom top right, double click on one of your armies in the army view of the HUD, or open the dashboard and click world map. Okay. The controls for the world map closely mimic those in city view. RMB and hold to move the camera, WSD to move it around, mouse wheel to zoom the camera. To move an army, or give any command in fact, select the army. The available commands will be shown contextually. Commanding an army to move into a non-controlled region means attack, while the same command on a controlled region means move. Armies can only act on discovered regions. Move an army into a region, conquer it to discover all the neighbouring regions. Let's send them into Western Europe. When a battle starts, you're first presented with a battle preparation screen. This is where you make all the critical decisions. What armies are involved in the battle, who will they attack or confront if defending, etc. Once you are happy with your tactical decisions, press the big button at the bottom center and let the battle play out. Your generals will heed your commands and take over. The armies will take turns slapping each other. When all armies are done with their actions, you're presented with the battle results screen, so you have a nice clean overview of what happened. We're not sure the airbase is located exactly. Our best bet base reserve path is Carpathia. Okay, let's hope you're right. Well, in that case, let's change our armies. We'll go over to Carpathia. Our troops have failed to conquer the region. Well, maybe we need to hire more battalions. Food rations, artillery shells, field guns, infantry tank. Okay. Well, let's see about different problems first. So where can we stick this clay pit? That's copper. Gravel, clay. There we go. This is going to need quite a lot of stuff, I think, because we're going to need the clay pit itself. The constructed building requires water. Water requirement is handled in two parts. It's produced in water pumps, and distribution is handled by water towers. Keep in mind, a single water tower can only distribute a limited amount of water. If more is needed, build more water towers. Okay, so like the other resources then. So we probably want to have the brickworks adjacent. On the utilities, we probably want to get ourselves a water pump. Yes, no, maybe? No. Because it has to be on one of the water point resources. Right, we can put that tower there. And we're probably going to need a depot over here, because otherwise it's probably going to complain bitterly about the lack of depot. And then let's connect it into our existing road network. There we go.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
Hey, Gem, how are you, my friend? If you're not already following Nomadic Gem, you definitely should do a twitch.tv/Nomadic Gem. I was playing Under the Yoke this morning and finding those who produce weak beer. How are you, my friend? Really enjoyed your stream this morning, Gem. I wonder if we need to put another water resource point over here. Oh, insufficient workforce. Ah, we need some basic labourers. Oh. Oh, wow. Those labour high-rises are interesting. So, welcome over, everyone. We're playing some more Next Fest games. This one might be of interest to you, Gem. You probably do significantly better than I, as Kaiserpunk. Which is an alternative 20th century and where I'm not really following the tutorial very well. I may be doing some more general building. There we go. Labourers. You can't even work out how to harvest my bloody carrots. I wouldn't reckon. Oh no! You put so much effort into those carrots. The labourer high-rises look vaguely better than the houses. So, does that then solve all our problems over here? What else? Insufficient water. Alright, I'll set up another water point over this way. We've got a water pump, which I'm assuming is like an aquifer. Oh. Can I cheese this a bit? No. I did make sure everything was connected. But either way, building's not working. No power substation here. But wine is all I want to do. Needing electricity for factories and... Right, not enough resources I can deal with. So you got a power substation, a water tower for the local distribution, and the power is currently coming from a single windmill over near the factory that we haven't managed to connect properly. It's on the wish list, to be honest. How you finding it? I'm quite enjoying it, Jam. It's interesting. The obviously tutorials are a bit different to how you how the main game goes. What you got for the warehouse will only get us so far, Governor. I'm sure we can agree we need more weapons and other supplies. And for that, you can bet that we have to get our... Oh, I think that's our own ore production going. Indeed, we have to become self-sufficient. Draft the production plan and let's get to it. A single production building can produce multiple resources, just not at the same time. You can switch production to a completely different product that naturally changes the input resource as well. There's no penalty associated with this action. You're in charge, you give the orders, the citizens will comply. CGM, this is definitely down to you. Make the peasants comply. To change what's produced, use the second tab of the info panel on any production building. If a different production can be set up, you'll be able to change it here. So I need to start producing handgun components. So first we need an iron mine. Alright, is that copper or is that iron? That's copper. Coal. Zinc. Gravel. Water. There's no depot nearby is affecting that one as well. Let's try and sort out that problem at least. That'll be why the water wasn't flying over the other side. Iron. There we go. Ah, damn. I was trying to cheese it so I could put 2 iron mines on, but... right, we need to get our link to the town centre, otherwise it won't work. That will count as our depot nearby, and this will go towards our town centre. We're probably going to need some labourers to send down to pit. There we go. And now we need a coal mine. Well, that's a lot closer. Oh, the luxurious worker accommodations we placed on the coal mine. I'm sure they're going to be loving every second of that. In Dirtville, the coal mine's you. We are labourers short again, so oh, we also need a smelter, which probably wants to be nearby to at least one of the resources. I will need a power substation for that. And connect that to the road as well. Okay, and then separately to that, we're going to need to set up a fire station. So we've now got a technician house. Go. So we've now got more labourers coming in. Oh, we now unlocked. We can't construct that. I think we're meant to be doing... Well, the smelters are up. I don't know what to tell it. resources do we need? Cash, bread, and vegetables. Oh, that's over a resource. That would indeed be silly. Okay, the smelters are making steel at the moment. And the factory is making food rations. That may not be what we want. Oh, insufficient electricity. Oh. That building's going to stay not working properly because it appears I can't actually do anything with it. So I'll put them by the military base. There we go. Set a lumberyard to build lumber. Build an additional lumberyard if needed. Okay, well this is where we're going to have to slow down just a minute. Ah, there we go. Okay, mining or refining ore. A lot of the more advanced resources require raw ore at some point. The primary way to obtain ore is to mine it from ore deposits you can find scattered over the city map. To mine ore, simply put a corresponding mine over the deposit. Of course, you have to develop the particular mine first. Weapon production. Weapons like handguns or rifles are produced in factories. These same buildings produce food rations, a process identical to production of any other resource. Input resources are delivered and processed the final product. Okay, so we got one producing plywood and one producing lumber at the moment. There's lumber that's used in the production of handguns. So let's set ourselves up another factory. If we can sustain it. And we want to be producing handguns. Silver lining, weapons in Kaiserpunk are mass-produced good. If the Great War has taught you anything, it's that you can never have enough weapons. Research in Kaiserpunk is automatic and is directly linked to what you are doing in the capital. Each building contributes to the progress of development branch. The more buildings you have that contribute to the same branch, the faster it will develop. Unlocking new buildings, upgrades and possibilities. There are some specific buildings you can use to steer development more directly. University, research centre, but the bulk is done passively. Tooth 2, I think you asked the same question a few moments ago. Oh, that I'm going mad. It is an alternative timeline. There is no date. The Kaiser and his mustache are gone. Not sure it would be my takeaway from the Great War either, Gem. Let's set up a cellulose factory out here. Well, I saw zinc somewhere around here. There we go. Get these roads being built. I wish I built that one further over. What else do we need? Weavers. I think we need more farming resource for that first though, right? I'm missing a lot of labourers. Let's build some more labourer high-rises. I may have been on a bit of a building spree. Not doing any of the things I'm told. I know insufficient workforce. I'm just trying to get myself set up. Where's our manufacturing? Right, our plywood's on the way up. Concrete, we don't have any of that done, and we need probably 100 or so labourers. That was actually the field I was looking for earlier, which we don't have the resources for. Okay. I shall return to that momentarily. We've unlocked a soup kitchen, producing fish soup. So what I'd like to do is, well, I suppose what we should do probably first is get this that would mainly solve our labourers' issue, and that will then allow us to more quickly get the next labourer high rise. Does not look like half bad game, really. Leftover salad and burgers, nom. Our plan is out doing fun stuff at the moment, so. Have to fend for myself for lunch. We've got oil pump and refinery. That's interesting. Set up brass production. Alright, well, now we know how to change it over. There we go. Excellent. Now all that's remaining is to build a munitions factory so we can start producing our own ammunition. We need more of all the workforce, which we're just waiting on plywood for. And we need to conquer Carpathia. Oh, you have actually got the supply chain set up for cellulose. Well, I say that. Is that nearby enough? I think this might be too far away over the other side. Also, none of the buildings are working properly because of insufficient workforce, but we'll get back to that in just a wee second. Come on. Just waiting for number to go up. Go build a random tower somewhere, see if it breaks this tutorial. Yes, I may have already been doing that, sir. So I can follow instructions. I just don't want to. I already built out a power infrastructure before the tutorial told me to. One moment, someone just launched something through my door. My rather lovely mother-in-law sent me a birthday card. Right. Naval Base and Shipyard. Ah, number has gone up sufficiently. So we can at least sort some of our labour problems out. So these guys are driving way too quickly. Well, we are on 3 times speed, to be fair. It's not my birthday until Friday, sir. But thank you very much. Don't connect with via a road, we will never have any employees move in. We're also going to need some manufacturers. Being as I didn't build these far enough away for an extra farm, it looks like be over this way. We'll have to wait for number to go up a little bit more. I may be taking advantage of the fact that we're meant to conquer Carpathia, and it's not giving us another one yet. So we can build more weapons and I can go in with tanks for an early game mission. Because I'm a grown-up and can definitely follow instructions. Yep. I just don't want to. Ah, disaster. Ah, that's just an area that can't be built on. Okay. Right, that will get rid of the manufacturer's jobs that are lacking because these can support 20. I will see if I can support another few. I want another labourer's high-rise. More people to send to pit. We've unlocked a warehouse that increased global stock limit for all types of resources. Should probably get ourselves a police station as well, once we're... There we go, we should be back. Have we successfully managed to return? It would appear that I've not been producing enough internet. Mainly by dint of it not existing yet and being invented. It looks like I had a short internet outage. Right. Alright, all our buildings should now have labourers going to them. I want to increase our plywood supply because I'm impatient. So we'll go down to our resources. There we go. Another lumberyard. By default, I believe they produce plywood. So wait for plywood number to go up a little bit, and then we'll produce more. Speaking of internet, your fibre got delayed for like the 3rd time. Oh, that sucks for us. Particularly because it means you've got a provider you're currently still getting tinterwebs from that you're going to be paying the out-of-contract rate because they want you to buy more fibre. Yeah, that's just lacking because a truck's not arrived yet. We should probably also go and find an oil field. Let's have a wee look-see. Double the price. At least you got internet though, I guess. Yeah, not having internet would be worse, but doesn't make it much better. Paying more than you want to for something. Water, gravel. Water. Crude oil. I don't know whether this is going to open us up to attack, but let's see if we can break this tutorial even more. I could actually do with building the second one to see where the crude oil's gonna. Right, none of this is gonna work for a little bit. I just need the wood that I need for the bridge. So, I'll just wait a wee second and the wood will work. No, this is just a dirt road, sir. Don't have such advancements as railways. There we go. And all of these are going to complain about the lack of labourers and then the lack of depots. So depot is going to be next. They're at the right angle, more booze. I like trains. Wish we had a better train network in Europe like they have in Japan. I mean, to be fair, we like all countries have underinvested, but Europe does still have a significantly better train network than most of the world. Just unfortunate that through policy decisions, no water tower nearby. That was fairly predictable. We've made it really expensive to use, and through NIMBYism, we've made it really... oh, geez, okay. Oh, is that because these water towers aren't getting any water yet? There is plenty of water on the network. It is... set to the road. Let's build the additional housing though. I'm planning to be up in Fife this week and Lothian, and to get a train from Cardiff, one of the regional capital cities, to Edinburgh, another regional capital city, there is no direct service, so I have to either go to Bristol or, if I want to go the fastest way, go into London and back out again, which is very silly. Yeah, I'm going to get the people. I'm just waiting for the plywood to tick up. Always tempting, Jam. Right, I think I'm going to try and double the number of labourers we have available as well, because even after we've persuaded these guys to go working in int pits and the other areas over here, we've got more we need for this oil, and I'm just building oil just for giggles. Not that it's one of the things we've been told to do. 404 workforce not found. How rude. Pint of jam. Well, significantly better than a pint of jelly. Maybe set up another depot here. Or they just need to be more patient. One of the two. If we'll get more patience, we should probably go and press our war as well. You could eat a pint of jelly, whereas you ate a whole pint of jam preserve. Well, that can't be good for you. Well. However, I think under labelling laws, that would have been one of your 5 a day, Jam. Technically, which is the best type of right, I suppose. Still one of the funniest adverts in the UK was Nutella had an ad campaign that there was a complaint about and they had to change, which was it was a healthy start to the day or something. And when they lost the ASA claim, the Advertising Standards Agency claim, they just dubbed out the healthy, so it was a start to the day. So you make diesel, rubber, or chemicals there. Rubber. No power substation nearby, and we can sort that out. A challenge worthy of my skills. Oh, we've unlocked a clinic. There we go. And we need more manufacturing pop. If anyone asks, we paid careful, close attention to the tutorial and definitely did all the things it asked us to do in the order that it asked, okay? Almost tempted to set up another plywood manufacturing plant. There we go. Right. So, there's actually law around what you can call a corvus, a waste of good fruit, right? In the UK, you have to. There's particular laws about what it has to have in it to be able to be called different things. Where is it? Oh, find the legislation. It's under the German Similar Products Regulation 2003. So, reserve descriptions. Conserve and preserve could not be used on labeling or advertising of food unless the food met the compositional requirement for jam or extra jam. Apparently that's changed now. There you go. Minimum content requirements. Schedule 1. Can I find that? Extra jams required by the regulations to be made from fruit pulp only. However, an exception is to be made for seedless extra jams, whereby such jam is made from raspberries, blackberries, black currants, blueberries, or red currants may be used only using fruit puree. Can I find the schedule? Come on. Right, here you go. Requirements in mixed fruit products. Did you play the Hollywood animal demo? I didn't. Worthwhile playing? Yeah, we don't really have jelly so much here, because this legislation I'm just having a look through. Here you go. So reserve descriptions: jam, extra jam, jelly. Here you go. Wow. Yeah, I don't think anyone will buy what you would call jelly here. Jelly is an appropriately gelled mixture of sugars and fruit juice or aqueous extract of fruit or both, such as the quantity of fruit juice or aqueous extract of fruit or both used for every kilo of finished product is not less than 250 grams. 150 grams in the case of ginger, 160 in cashew apples, 60 grams in the case of passion fruit, or 350 grams in the case of any other fruit. Whereas jam as a comparator, every kilo must contain a minimum of 250 grams of sugars, pulp, or puree. So 250 grams of fruit, and it varies a little bit as you go down. Honestly, no one outside East London ever eats jelly deals, Hobo. It's more of a continental food, to be perfectly honest, much as it is a British food. It is a British food from a very specific area of Britain, a very small area. Ooh, Hollywood Animal. I'm looking that up now. And installing it. There we go. Brexit says jelly deals to South East London as deep fried Mars bars to Glasgow. Yeah, I mean, not even that though, because like deep fried Mars bars, deep fried like anything, truth be told, like all of the sweets, is just after it was a thing that was covered by a news story. A lot of fish and chip shops will do it as a gimmick, because if you're stupid enough to buy it, it's a very low risk thing for them to sell. Deep fried butter's a Texas thing. Yeah, Texas is significantly big. Right, when we're talking about jelly deals being a London thing, we're not talking about all of London. We're talking about the East End of London. And like a very, very specific area of that. And I don't think it's really widely available anymore. There you go. I've just had a look. Billingsgate Market, which is the like UK's one of the most famous seafood markets. There are 2 companies making it. Corvus, Texas is the only part of America that counts. Texans, probably. Yeah, if you're talking about a jelly as in a dessert, Hartley's, I think they make jams as well. If you're talking about jellies as in preserves or jams, then St. Dalfour is available in the UK. Bon Maman is too. But UK brands are places like Tiptree's or... The Really Lazy Company. I'm trying to think of the other. Robertson's. Oh, I was looking up brands. I was like, Gale's Lemon Curd. Lemon Curd is fantastic if made properly. I suppose we better go and conquer Carpathia with our now slightly expanded military. Oh, hang on. We can go and make machine guns. We made rubber, right? Giggity. Right, now we've waited for a minute to let number go up. There are still cheap Chinese takeaways that use warmed up lemon curd and lemon chicken. That would be an incredibly expensive way to do it, because lemon curd is actually an expensive thing to produce. Oh, as long as you're not using the blue stripy version that they've still got to. Oh, Edinburgh Reserves are lovely as well. They've still got to meet some minimum requirements, but actual lemon curd is made from butter, lemon, sugar, and egg, I believe. It's been a while since I've made it. And to be fair, Chip Shop sweet and sour sauce is made with orange juice concentrate, as in orange squash. So we should probably not set the standards for food based on the takeaway ingredients. Raspberry or strawberry? That depends. Oh, you know what? I could do some baking this. Right. Play the game, Flanker. Right. What was I going to do? I was going to cheese it a little bit further. We were going to get some other manufactorium set up and improve our oil production over here just a touch. Not enough production resources. That's just because no one's got there yet. Chemicals. It looks like we're going to need a third one, which we may need a third oil pump for, which is no hassle because here is the third oil pump. Okay, we're going to need more manufacturing housing, and I have a cunning plan. Ah, the vehicle factory's not up yet. Military base. Oh, hang on. The vehicle factory is up. Aha! I'm leaving the gaps. I'm planning on filling in with some of the pretty stuff later. Holy cow, 75 more manufacturing workers. They're all going to want housing as well. You and your insta-builders. I know. There's quite a few games recently, and I don't know if you have played, what was it called? The other one we played last week. A little frustrating in parts, but reminded me of Caesar. Citadellum. It was quite an enjoyable game, although I think the engineering and fire bits need some work on it. But did feel a bit like a throwback. Right. So we're making handguns and food rations at the moment. Field guns. Yes. Have I missed the road by one there? I think I have. No, I did. Wow. I don't think it actually needs the extra depot here, but we'll put it in anyway. There you go, that's making field guns. Pounder guns, field howitzers, heavy artillery, infantry tanks, light tank, medium, heavy. That is field gun. We'll take some field guns because I know our base can support that at the moment. I can support infantry tanks as well, so we'll do one lot of field guns and one lot of infantry tanks. I honestly think it takes all the satisfaction out of building if they just instantly appear. Yeah, you and me both, Jam. I know it depends on the type of game you're playing, and like you don't want it to take forever to build a building if you're it's really just there as a decision in a more strategic game, but I still like it when I watch them build slowly. Yeah. Got a police station. Definitely not me trying to get ourselves some light vehicles. That would be silly. Infantry tank. I agree, it's certainly difficult for courses, but I enjoy seeing the items being taken to the building site. You and me both, especially when there's games like this that have airbase and a aircraft factory. They've even got the dude smoking outside. There's slowly putting together a tank there. I'm just waiting for a number to go up here. Ever since first Settlers and Settlers 2 game, I love the logistical games, yes. I actually quite enjoy Settlers New Allies now, the most recent one. The Settlers 3 was a game I spent an inordinate amount of time playing for a while. Right, let's go and conquer Carpathia, I suppose. Oh, in fact, let's not. I remember what I was doing now. I was going back over here and saying, light tank division it is. Come on. We're nearly there on the field gun front. Corps Mercedes Air Base is carpet bombing a war crime in the timeline of this. Or carpet bombing with bananas, sir. We'll need a hell of a flight out there to go and get those. No one saw that. I built the wrong thing. We'll give them a basic clinic. Come on, number, go up. How's our extra units coming along? 18 out of 30. Hey, how to loot? Yeah. Wrong band range. Hey, Quicksilver's thing, what is Kaiserpunk? It is a new game on an alternative 20th century timeline that is a mix of city builder and strategy game. Come on, we're nearly done. Well, I say we're nearly done with the training. A few more field guns and we'll be there. Artillery shells. Do we actually have anyone making those, or is that going to be an awkward moment as well? Maybe a wheelie. Artillery shells. There we go. Need lead. Damn it. Off we go hunting for lead. Coal, clay. That's gravel. I think that's all just our oil. More oil, plain gravel, iron, copper, zinc. I was going to say shout if you see me being dumb, but you'd never stop shouting, Jet, so Ah, we are 40 people short from manufacturing. That's okay, we can... We already have a printing press, don't we? Or do we only get as far as a paper mill? Hey, we've at least managed to get our field guns into the field, and we're nearly there with the infantry tanks, so we'll do our second assault on Carpathia. Until you do something I'd shout, say Scorpus. I mean, you're not wrong. Wrong lever. Right, let's they've got to be delivering. Oh, one of you's got to be delivering the light tanks. I wonder if we can set up the gravel pit. Oh, we have enough tanks. Units are actually training. %69 of the way there. Nice. Construction's unclear. 96% of the way there. Right, I'm going to deploy our other troops. I'm assuming these are lighter and these are darker because these haven't been deployed. You once programmed an entire error message to use all subscript letters. My boss had to have a word BB can be back because it's too funny. Right, it looks like we'll be deployed in 3 hours, and if these light up, then I'm right. They're deployed. There we go. Our now armoured division can go and attack Carpathia. What? Sir? We on a cooldown, maybe? Got the 2nd Battalion. Ah, yeah, army's in cooldown. There we go. Oh, while we're waiting, I suppose we do something else. Food rations are used by a lot of our army units. We need to have a steady production. For that, we need to produce a sufficient stream of vegetables and bread. Okay. Build a farm. We've done... Set up bread production. We've already done this once, but we'll get another flour mill, another bakery. Now producing both bread and vegetables. Once we have the factory up and running, we can use these resources to manufacture food rations used by our troops in the field. Right, back to conquering Carpathia. Our troops have marched into the region's capital. The airbase isn't here, my governor. My mistake. I'll make sure the information is 100% valid next time. What? Rude. The entire world, the landmass, consists of regions. Controlling a region makes it possible to exploit resources from it. This is done automatically, but it's important to note that the rate of exploitation is directly linked to the region's stability. If the rate of stability drops too low, you won't be getting anything from it. That means no immigration either. Any costs, however, will still remain. Select a region to open up this info panel. What resources, what amounts are produced in this region, and the immigration interest for each citizen class can be found on the bottom of the panel. There we go. Upkeep is 105. The resources: meat, crude oil, and silk. Okay. Heavy equipment. Infantry with guns will only get us so far. We should organize and start producing something heavier, like artillery. If we need it, we need it, and there's no way around it. Unlike most resources, vehicles, tanks, artillery, ships, and aircraft are manufactured in specialized buildings. Also, these army resources are not produced continually. The production cost of these goods can be quite high, so your direct command is required. Select the vehicle type, factory, and use the info panel to queue up what to produce and how many. This will take a bit of time for the needed input resource to be delivered, but once they are, the production will begin automatically. Vehicle production is expensive, especially once larger specimens are in question, like ships. No empire in the world can afford a constant stream of manufacturing, but remember to plan ahead to start production in time, since production of vehicles also takes much longer than regular resources. Bloody bastards are out here again. We've got to put a stop to these bombing raids. We should scour the local brigand strongholds and see what we can find out.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
I think they do, Braxius. And now we have an army fit to fight. That's okay, it's only the first battle. Deal with the local brigands' hideouts. We've taken over the West Balkans and the airbase is pretty much intact, Governor. What we'll do with it, of course, up to you, but I'd suggest keeping it operational. Be wise to be airborne. Regardless, I don't expect any more air raids anytime soon. The West Balkans has been conquered. The field of battle has fallen silent. Scorched equipment and bodies fill the horizon. The smell of blood lingers in the air. You are victorious, and there is no doubt the word of your victory will spread, bringing with it both those seeking peace as well as the other kind. Oh, we've got quite the economy going at the moment. This building's not connected because it's connected to that road and it won't let me build the road on the road. Or recognise those two roads are connected, so I don't think I'm meant to have done that. We get another barracks up and running, do you reckon, chat? Start to clear out some of the ruined buildings in the surrounding area. So the question is, how do we use these units locally to us? Our scouts have already double-checked the village is ghostly empty. No doubt they didn't want to be too close to us out of fear. Do another sweep just in case, and if everything checks out, mark it for salvage. As suspected, there was not a single soul to be found among the village ruins. The eerie remains will be marked for salvage efforts at a later date. Well, let's get ourselves a bridge rebuilt across the... Hey, Miss Flummer. As the battalion approaches the warband camp, two potential courses of action present themselves. Orders. Small team going silently, covert approach, deal death from the shadows. Or two chat, experienced wits are on our side. Frontal assault will do just fine. They'll run away as soon as they see us coming. So what do you reckon, chat? Vote now, 1 or 2. Small team go in silently, or experienced wits are on our side, go in full bore. Small team is winning. Okay.
Keep your head down and move out.
Nope. It was a bacon tree. Haha! No, in fact, it wasn't a ambush. Scouts reported that some of the hostile forces that fled from the recently neutralized war camp have resettled in a nearby region. It's rumored they agreed to serve their new master as part of the region's garrison. It's gone off to the West Balkans. Balkans, even. Okay. They're dug in. If we try a direct assault, our boys will be mincemeat. So we can either try, one, pick a small group, come in nightfall, send them in, rig the enemy artillery and ammo caches. That's close enough to blow up the barriers. The rest of the battalion can swoop in to clear the rest. Or two, maybe these guys can be reasoned with. Let's at least try to establish communications with checkpoint defenders. Hey, Prototype Raven, lovely to have you here. If you're not already following Prototype Raven, you definitely should do it. Twitch.tv. Prototype Raven plays lots of different games, but plays some excellent Barrow Trauma. Is excellent at playing Barrow Trauma and makes some really cool subs. You should check out the Steam Workshop. Laz is like, no, blow them up. Let's not. Do we have any other votes than Les? Oh, thank you, Les. I mean, didn't do anything, but you know. Three, says Mr. Flover. That's the chat I was expecting. That's a combination of 1 and 2. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you always. Murder, says Magdalene. 1 it is. The reports aren't clear yet, but it seems a bunch of the checkpoint guards that you've cleared only recently pops up in a nearby region, eager to join with the locals there. One says Sleepotar on YouTube. More murder. Local threat reduced. Scouts report a fairly large group of enemies leaving the area. We've got them on the run. Even some of the remaining camps have dropped in the number of the defenders. Good news all over. So we've got a choice here as well. One, good news indeed, but keep some scouts on those leaving. I want to know where they're off to. Or two, put word out we're willing to let some of them stay with us if they pass some basic screening. So do we try and recruit them or check out where they're going? Also got the other game that to play as well, the Airborne Empire. I think 1 but 2 says Slubber. 2 says Russ. 2 says Prototype Raven. Hand of Friendship. Your extended hand of reconciliation was greeted by some with joy, albeit suspicion. Most of the brigands decided to pass on the offer. True to your word, you let them leave in peace. So we gained 20 labourers. A fortified warehouse. Crap. We don't have any options here. Either attack the front gate or lay waste to the compound with artillery. So 1, courage, Mitchell, courage. Storm the front gates. Let no one live. Or 2, I'm not sending the boys to their doom. Even if they breach the entrance, most of them will perish by then. Set up the artillery we have and start the music. So what do you reckon, chat? Do we blow them up from afar? Or do we go for a full frontal assault? Oh my. Artillery, says everyone. Don't kill the loot, says Magdivine. Too late. Chat called it. After a short but fierce battle, the guns have fallen silent. Not one of the brigands are left alive to tell the tale of what happened. Only the stench of gunpowder and death remains in the air. Right, we've still got 2 more local brigands to deal with, chat. If the loot didn't want to be killed, why was it in farming area? If no one die, why in area I blow up? Our scouts have ransacked the estate. No one's been using this location for a while. All the better for us. Establish a perimeter and check for minefields. I don't want any surprises. The battalion did a thorough check of the location, and once it was deemed safe, marked the area for salvage or repair depending on the state. So I think we've only got one remaining now, chat. And then it's your choice. We can either keep playing more of this, or we can play some Airborne Empire, which was the other game that won in the vote for the demos we haven't played yet. If loot, why enemy shaped? There's a working tank in the depot. I don't have to tell you what it would mean if we got our hands on it. So we've got two choices here again, chat. We can organise several small infiltration groups. If we got to the tank before they realise what's going on, they'll run faster. Or two, I'm not taking any chances. Synchronise the main assault from all sides. Hit them hard before they have a chance to respond. So sneaky or a full frontal assault. One needs tank, says Les. And if you need to fight in some tanks, you can join us for our armour while everyone's making a decision, which never goes wrong every Friday.
3, 2, 1.
Holy cow, that goes. I expected there to be an ignition phase and then it go. But it just went. It's up in the cloud cover, and that was targeted at the nearby rocks, you can see, right?
Yep, I can hear it coming down.
Yeah, me too. That is freaking terrifying. That is a tactical nuke. You just want... You just want...
Okay, in my defense, I didn't know you were
What did you do while testing the server? Well, all right, we have a choice here, chat. We've got them on the run. Offer some of them to stay this time. Option one is no, let them leave. They now know what we can do. Two, indeed, some of them simply misguided. I'm sure they could be an addition. Or three, send the militia after them. I don't want them to returning after a while to stab us in the back. 1, 2, or 3, chat. Wow, you lot have got your blood up instantly. Russ, Laz, Braxius, Lav, no survivors. Corva says some of them should be allowed to stay. Mr. Flubber's like, nope. Harry, the more reasonable type, says some of them are just misguided. Oh, Laz has decided that some of them misguided. Lav has said absolutely not. The threes do have it, though. Heavy is the hand that wears the crown. I think head. If you're wearing a crown on your hand, you may be, well, there's a phrase frequently heard citizens, whispered among your citizens, like to rationalize what you just did in the fleeing brigands. They're not entirely certain you're at fault just yet, or even at all. Suspicion and fear have started to grow among the residents nonetheless. They just saw us blow up everyone. Well, work harder and you won't be on the receiving end of our tank. West Balkan's garrison has changed. We need some biplanes and blimps. Oh, we are continuing to produce tanks. More new Necromunda Mel strain, mutated gene stealer cults. This one up is the thing body horror. Ooh. Nice. We're already really in control of this area, although possibly not really in control. Yep, Dirtville's the owner. That's okay. We failed to conquer the Apennines, but we'll be back. Our Air Force has a commander and no one else in it at the moment. It's okay. We just wait for it to catch up. Everything's fine. It says lead produced in munitions factories. I don't think that's right. See of our second attack. Right, chat. Okay. I was only meant to be streaming till 4, so if we're going to give Airborne Empire a go, we need to switch now. You need some elephants. I'll get on it. I suppose we could also build more units. We have a power substation nearby. Oh, you unlocked another building. This is a power plant, right. And we are technicians short. And we don't have the technicians available. Victory! Insufficient electricity. Oh, that's a problem. Actual problem we can solve as well. There we go. We've increased our electricity quite a bit. We're running a little bit low on water and we don't have access to technicians yet, so... I think that may be near enough the end of the demo. Which I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed. More zinc. Okay, so we could repair this and that's a new forestry area for us. Got another oil refining area over here. We're just using laborers to salvage. So without an ability to make the roads work again, it does kind of seem they're a bit stuck. Have you tried Notria? I can't say I have. Souls like probably not my cup of tea, to be honest, Mr. Flower. Looks interesting, but I'm not a huge fan of Souls-like games. In general, I've not played one I've thoroughly enjoyed so far yet, anyway. No skills. Indeed. Complete lack of skills. On my part, to be clear. It's interesting. I do like the fact you seem to have like 3 upgrades per territory as well. Depending on how you're making them. That's kind of neat. We've done okay. We've taken a fairly large area that we're probably not meant to have taken in the demo. Thought out many of our industries. And that's with several of our production factories just not working currently because of a lack of lead. Could probably also do with manufacturing more steel, truth be told. World domination. Yes. Right. I think I'm probably going to call it there on this. Not because I don't want to play more, but because I think we've probably got to a fair point in the demo. Though we're running low on the tutorial stuff to do, so there's not a huge amount for us to do at the moment. And we could just go in and play a main game run rather than fighting for this weak corner. So let's open the in-game menu. We'll save it up. There we go. So, here's a question. Is the date so I can find it when I do a search for saves, Russ? And also the event and who was playing it, because other people from Gaming Buzz may be playing it too. So first part's the Next Fest Game Quest, which is the Gaming Buzz event. Second part is the date led by the year, so it's easy to search for. And the last part's who played it. So, what to do now? Excuse me, the first part's actually your name. Fuck it. Would make sense, the name. It's your Welsh name. Is that Lazy Jam not back streaming yet? Come on. Crack on. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do, chat. I think we'll probably... Cool, I will be back for some Murder Monday a little bit later on, but I have some work to go do. And I don't think we've probably got enough time in the, hour we've got left to get Airborne Empire done. But I do have some additional games that I've been sent keys for by developers that are in the Next Fest, but also I've been given full keys for that I can't tell you what they are yet because they're under embargo, but we have played some of them already. Flank the work, says Monk Tabs. Well, what we can do is let's do this. Let's go raiding. I will go and do some work for a couple of hours, and then we'll be back for Murder Monday. So Murder Monday is our weekly community PvE games. You can find all the details on Discord at discord.gg/Imaflanker for any of the games, but I'm probably going to be playing some Mordhau tonight, and I'll put a poll up about the other games to play for Murder Monday a little bit later on. Yeah, give the Flying Empire thing a fair go another day. Yeah, I think like 45 minutes for a city builder is not really long enough. In the meantime, we're going to go raiding someone awesome from our community, being as that Nomadic Jam is not up. Let's go for a few otters in a trench coat. Because FG is currently playing one of the other demos that we have on the list today, Mirthwood. So we can see if it's something that you guys would like to see me play, or if seeing FG play it is a significant improvement. And see if there's a game we want to see some more of. So, without further ado, I'll let you guys get on with your afternoon. I'll be back for a little bit later on for some Murder Monday shenanigans, some community games. And in the meantime, I'll leave you with the incredibly talented FG Squared. Don't forget also to check out the other coverage we've had of Next Fest and some of the cozy games and things that have been up and running over at gaming.buzz, where you can find articles written by the incredibly talented Tia Kane and Plan. Without further ado, let's go ready to go to Flake Attack. Bye bye for now.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.